hirap nating kabayan. Yan ang hatid sa pagbisita ng His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, ang Prinsipe at Grand Master ng Military Hospitalier Order of St. John of Jerusalem of Rhodes and Malta sa bansa. Magandang umaga, ako po si Veronica Baloy Jimenez at aming ihahatid sa inyo ng live ang mga pangyayari dito sa Malacañan. Partikular ang pagkikita ni Pangulong Benigno S. Aquino III at His Most Eminent Highness Grand Master Fra Matthew Festing na Prinsipe ng Sovereign Order of Malta. Sumakto naman ang pagbisita ni Fra Matthew Festing sa bansa sa ika-50 anibersaryo nito mula ng buksan ng Sovereign Order of Malta, ang ugnayan nito sa mga Southeast Asian countries. Ang aming pong live coverage ay inihahatid din via live streaming sa RTVM website at rtvm.gov.ph. At ito po ay sa pamamagitan din ng People's Television Network, IBC at ng Radyo ng Bayan. Ito naman po ang unang pagbisita ng isang Grand Master sa bansa matapos ang pagbisita ni Grand Master Fra Angelo de Mohana de Colonia, mahigit 30 taon na ang nakakalipas. Dumating sa bansa si Fra Matthew Festing linggo ng gabi sa Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3, sakay ng Cathay Pacific flight mula Hong Kong. Sa pagsisimula ng kanyang official visit kahapon, isinagawa ng ang conventual mass sa St. John the Baptist Chapel sa Order of Malta compound. Nagkaroon din ng cocktails at dinner with members of the Order of Malta Philippines at dito napag-usapan ng magiging strategic vision of the Order of Malta in the Philippines. Bago siya dumiretso dito sa Malacañan Palace, nag-alay muna siya ng bulaklak sa bantayog ni Gat Jose Rizal para magbigay galang. Isang tradisyong sinusunod ng lahat ng bumibisitang heads of state and government sa bansa. Mula sa Rizal Park, didiretso ang Grand Master sa palasyo para pangunahan ng isasagawang ceremonial handover of the symbolic key sa 700 bagong gawang bahay na itinayo ng Order of Malta sa Basay, Eastern Samar at Bantayan Island sa Cebu, dalawa sa mga probinsya na matinding binayo ng bagyong Yolanda. Igagawad naman ni Pangulo Aquino kay Fra Matthew Festing ang Order of Sikatuna with the rank of Grand Collar o Raha. Matapos ang joint press statements ng dalawang leader, isasagawa naman ang official luncheon na handog ni Pangulo Aquino para kay Grand Master Fra Matthew Festing. Isa sa highlights sa pagbisita ni Grand Master Fra Festing ay ang pagtungo niya sa Basay, Eastern Samar. At dumating na po si Fra Matthew Festing dito sa palasyo at siya'y sinasalubong ni Pangulong Aquino para sa pagsisimula ng welcome honors.
Andadala. Kalis. Ta! Your Highness, the Honor Guard. Tanghal! Ta! Ba, ta, dadala, kalis. Baba, ta! Your Highness, the ceremony is over.
Isa sa highlights ng pagbisita ni Grandmaster Fra Matthew Festing ay ang pagtungo niya sa Basay, Eastern Samar para personal niyang kamustahin ang rehabilitation projects na pinondohan ng Malteser International and Sovereign Military Order of Malta to the Philippines. Isang misa rin ang isasagawa sa San Antonio Church, consecration of the church to Our Lady of Philherme and blessing of the 350 framed icons of Our Lady of Philherme. At sa pagtatapos ng kanyang official visit, tutungo naman ang Grandmaster sa Benguet para isagawa ang isang misa sa Chapel of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross sa Coros, Tublay. Si Fra Matthew Festing ay isang Englishman na nahirang bilang Grandmaster noong ika-11 ng matapos pumanaw ang dating Grandmaster na si Fra Andrew Bertie. Siya ngayon ang umuupong ika-79 na Grandmaster ng Order of Malta. Pinanganak noong taong 1949, nag-aral sa Ampleforth at sa St. John's College of Cambridge at nagtrabaho sa isang international art auction house bilang art expert si Fra Matthew Festing bago siya naging Grand Master. Nanilbihan din siya sa Grenadier Guards na may ranggong colonel sa Territorial Army. Naging miyembro siya ng Sovereign Order of Malta taong 1977 at nanumpa noong 1991 bilang isang ganap na professed Knight of the Order. Ang Sovereign Order of Malta ay sinasaklaw ng international law at may sariling independent magistracy. Aktibo rin ito sa pagpapaigting ng bilateral at diplomatic ties sa 105 bansa at nabigyan ng observer sa samut-saring international organizations kabilang na ang United Nations. Ito'y pinamumunuan ng isang Grand Master na nagsisilbing Head of State at Head of Church na hinihirang ng mga professed knights by the Council Complete of State. Ang nahirang na Grand Master ay uupong pinuno habang buhay at ito'y mamumuhay alinsunod sa sinumpaang monastic vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Bilang kinikilalang leader, inaasahan na buong buhay niyang gagampanan ang tungkulin buti at maisaayos ang mga proyektong isinusulong ng order at magsisilbing halimbawa sa mga miyembro nito. Ang mga nahihirang na Grand Master ay kikilalanin sa titulong Most Eminent Highness at igagawad naman ng Roman Catholic Church sa kanya ang ranggo ng kardinal. Ang Magistral Palace sa Aruba ang nagsisilbing official residence nito at seat of government. Ang Sovereign Military Hospitalier of St. John of Rhodes and of Malta ay ang tanging buhay na order of chivalry mula pa noong medieval period taong 1048. Tinawag na Order of St. John of Jerusalem, isa itong monastic community na binuo para magpalakad ng mga ospital, kumbento at simbahan para sa mga nananampalatayang dumarayo sa Jerusalem. Sa pamumuno ni Blessed Gerard, naging malaya mula sa simbahan at pamahalaan ang pamamalakad ng organisasyon sa bisa na rin ng inilabas na Papal Bull, isang opisyal na ito'y pinapatakbo ng mga knights na nanumpa para sundin ang 3 monastic vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. At pipirma na po si Fra Matthew Festing dito sa guest book, isang tradisyon ng lahat ng bumibisitang heads of government at state dito sa Malacañan Palace. At kasama po sa kanilang konstitusyon ang Kingdom of Jerusalem upang magsilbing military defense para pagsilbihan ang mga may sakit at sa puntong ito kanilang ginamit ang white 8-pointed cross para maging simbolo ng grupo. Ngunit matapos ang pagbagsak ng St. John at ng Holy Land taong 1291, nilipat Order of St. John ang kanilang base sa Limassol sa isla ng Cyprus. Sa islang ito nagtayo ng mga ospital at patuloy na manlalakbay sa dagat patungo sa Holy Land. Subalit dahil sa gulo sa Cyprus, napilitang maghanap muli ng ibang base ang Hospitalier at tinungo nila ang Island of Rhodes. Sa ilalim ng Fra Folque de Villaret, dumaong ang barko, sinasakyan nito sa Rhodes. Dahil sa estratehiyang lokasyon nito, mas napadali ang pakipag-ugnayan sa mga bansang nasa silangan at kanlurang bahagi ng mundo. Pinapamunuan ito ng isang Grand Master o Prince of Rhodes kasama ang mga bumubuo ng council na may iba't ibang nasyonalidad. Sila rin ang gumagawa ng kanilang pera at pinapaigting nito ang pakipag-ugnayan sa ibang mga bansa. Ngunit taong 1523, matapos ang mainit na pakipagdigmaan sa Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, ang mga knights na sumuko at lisanin ang Rhodes. At nakita po natin na pumasok na sa music room ang panauhing pandangal para sa courtesy call na gaganapin bago po ang official turnover ng symbolic turnover po ng 700 houses na itinayo dito sa Bantayan Island at sa Basay, Eastern Samar. Matagal na teritoryo ang Hospitalier hanggang sa mapunta ito sa isla ng Malta sa pamumuno ni Grand Master Fra Philippe de Villiers de Al-Adam. Sa bisa ng isang utos ni Emperor Charles V na may basbas ni Pope Clement VII, kanilang naging teritoryo ang Malta. Dito napagkasunduan ang pagiging patas nito sa anumang away sa pagitan ng mga Kristiyanong bansa. Sa Malta, itinayo ang malaking ospital ng Hospitalier na kinikilalang isa sa pinakamaganda sa mundo. Kanila ring itinayo ang isang paaralan na anatomy at dito rin kanilang pinagtibay ang ophthalmology and pharmacology. Nakisabak din ng mga knights sa ilang digmaan gaya ng Battle of Lepanto at sa puwersa ng mga Ottoman at pirata. At kanina po ay nakapanayam natin si DSWD Secretary Dinky Soliman patungkol po dito sa gaganaping turnover ng mga pabahay dyan sa Cebu at saka sa Eastern Samar. Pero bago po yan ay papakita namin sa inyo yung mga naging kaganapan sa pagdating niya sa NAIA Terminal 3 kahapon. Bago po yun, kabilang po dito sa mangyayari ngayong umaga yung turnover symbolic nitong 700 houses sa base at saka sa Bantayan. Can you tell us, napili na po ba itong mga pagbibigyan ng mga bahay na ito?
Opo, ito po ay bahagi ng Build Back Better natin na ang Order of Malta ay nagbigay nga nitong mga bahay na ito. Dati na silang tumutulong sa kuna na nadadala natin. So yung pagpili ng mga maninirahan dito ay kasama ang lokal na pamahalaan at ito po ay mga pamilya na hindi na pwedeng bumalik sa dati nilang kinatatayuan sapagkat nasa unsafe zone sila. Kaya ito settlements na itinayo ng Order of Malta para sa ating mga kababayan sa Basay at sa Bantayan Island.
At maliban pa po doon, meron pa kayong mga iba pa mga bahay o proyekto na ito-turn over din para sa mga naging biktima ng Yolanda?
Opo, yan ay symbolic nga lang dito pero sa Huwebes kami ay mismo pupunta sa Basay para makakilala ng ating bisita, no, si His Eminent Highness Festing, para makilala niya ang mga magbebenepisyo mula sa mga dinonate nila na bahay. At meron din silang component na gustong i-promote, no, na kasi kami nga ang kanilang kapartner. So napakahalaga na mabigyan natin sila ng pagpugay at pagpapasalamat. At yan ang mangyayari ngayon sa Malacañang.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
Salamat din.
Nandiyan po siya. Wait lang. Sige. Parang nawala na kasi. At kanina pong umaga ay nagkaroon ng wreath-laying ceremony sa Rizal Park. At sinamahan po dito sa wreath-laying ceremony si Fra Matthew Festing ni Manila Mayor Joseph Estrada. Nakikita po natin itong seremonyang wreath-laying dyan po sa Luneta. Ito po ay isinasagawa ng tradisyonal ng isang visiting head of state or head of government. At bilang pong Manila Mayor naman ay nandyan si Mayor Estrada para i-welcome din ang ating panauhing pandangal. Ito po ay isang tradisyon ng bawat bumibisitang panauhing pandangal o head of state ng ating pamahalaan. At ito po ay pagpapakita ng pagpupugay sa kabayanihan ng bayani na si God Jose Rizal. Matagal pong wala ng sariling teritoryo ang Hospitalier ng Sovereign Order. Punta ito sa isa ng Malta sa pamumuno ni Grand Master Fra Philippe de Villiers de Al-Adam sa bisa ng isang utos ni Emperor Charles V na may basbas ni Pope Clement VII, kanilang naging teritoryo ang Malta. Dito po naging napagkasunduan ng pagiging patas nito sa anumang away sa pagitan ng mga Kristiyano. Sa Malta po tinayo ang pinakamalaking ospital ng Hospitalier na kinikilala na isa sa mga pinakamaganda sa mundo. Kanila ring tinayo ang isang paaralan ng anatomy at dito kanilang pinagtibay ang ophthalmology and pharmacology. At taong 1798, inukupa ni Napoleon Bonaparte ang Malta dahil na rin sa stratehiko nitong lugar. Dahil na rin sa sinumpaan nitong hindi makipagdigmaan sa kapwa Kristiyano, napilitan silang lisanin ng Malta sa kabila ng Amiens na nagbibigay sa kanila ng karapatan sa teritoryo. Taong 1834, lumipat sa Roma ang Knights Hospitalier. Status dito. At mula noon hanggang ngayon, naging aktibo na lamang sa paghahatid ng medical at humanitarian missions ang Knights Hospitalier. Sa katunayan, malaki ang naging ambag nila sa pagbibigay tulong sa mga biktima ng giyera sa panahong World War I at World War II. At ngayon nga ang mga naging biktima ng bagyong Yolanda at kabilang po sa highlights ng pagbisita ng ating panauhing pandangal dito sa ating bansa ang pagpunta bukas dyan po sa Basay, Eastern Samar at dito po sa Bantayan Island sa Cebu para nga po tignan itong mga itinayong bahay at iti-turn over dito sa mga beneficiaries yung mga naitayo ng bahay. Madami po ito, 700 houses. At pagkatapos po ng courtesy call na isinasagawa ngayon sa music room ay magkakaroon po ng symbolic turnover nitong susi para dito sa 700 mga pabahay na ito. At pagkatapos po noon ay magkakaroon po ng conferment ng Order of Sikatuna with the rank of Grand Scholar o Raha Award na ibibigay kay Fra Matthew Festing. Pagkatapos po noon ay magkakaroon ng press statement at question and answer with the media and then yung inihaing luncheon para sa ating sa ilang mga malalaking organisasyon, international organizations, kagaya ng European Community at ng United Nations at iba't ibang mga mayayamang beneficiaries. At yan po muna ang mga kaganapan dito po sa Malacañang. Balik po muna tayo sa studio.
Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Order of Malta, and His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President, Republic of the Philippines. Good morning. We will now witness, please take your seats. We will now witness the ceremonial turnover by His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing to President Benigno S. Aquino III of the symbolic key for the 7th Island, Cebu, donated by the Sovereign Order of Malta.
There we are. So many pieces. This one. Is it this one? Yes. Mr. President, Typhoon Haiyan was one of the strongest typhoons ever, devastating such large portions of the Republic of the Philippines. The Order of Philippines and our worldwide relief agency, Maltese International, offered its contribution and was able to respond immediately, providing food, relief goods, hygiene kits, seeds, tools for farmers, and other much-needed supplies. In addition, we constructed 700 homes for the people in Basay, Samar, Bantu. I am also very pleased to recall the relationship between your country and the Order is not one between donor and beneficiary, but indeed we operate together as partners, sharing common objectives for the benefit of those who suffer. Construction of infrastructures with solidarity and brotherhood, embodied in our shared values. And so, Mr. President, it's in this spirit that I now hand symbolic key of the 700 homes with our best wishes for the people who want peace, harmony, and security. And there it is.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you, Mr. President. The President will now confer the Order of Sikatuna, rank of Grand Collar, Raha, on His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing. May we request the Chief of Presidential Protocol to read the citation.
The citation reads, "Be it known to all men by these presents that I, Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Philippines, in recognition of his significant contributions in further strengthening and deepening the foundation of the strong relations between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Military Hospitalier Order of St. John of Jerusalem and of Malta, for its exemplary and outstanding contributions in the fields of health, humanitarian support, disaster relief, and emergency services, for his leadership in extending assistance to the needy and to those in the peripheries of society, for his invaluable support to the Philippines during times of natural calamities, particularly Typhoons Ondoy and Pepeng in 2009, Typhoon Sendong in 2011, Typhoon Pablo in 2012, the Bohol and Cebu earthquakes, and Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. Through the facilitation of the Sovereign Order of Malta's humanitarian assistance programs, and for his commitment and hard work in the continued enhancement of people-to-people ties between the Philippines and the Sovereign Military Order of Malta. In the roster of the Order of Sikatuna, the name of Fra Matthew Festing, 79th Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Hospitalier Order of St. John of Jerusalem of Rhodes and of Malta, with the rank of Grand Collar, done in the city of Manila this 3rd day of March in the year of our Lord, 2015.
His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing will now confer the Order Pro Merito Militensi, grade of collar, to His Excellency President Benigno S. Aquino III. May we request the Head of Protocol of the Sovereign Order of Malta to read the citation.
I have the honor to announce that he is the Prince and Grand Master Fra Matthew Festing and the Sovereign Council of the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order of St. John of Jerusalem and of Malta have decided to confer upon His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III the collar of the Order Pro Merito Militensi, in the desire of highlighting the excellent bonds of friendship existing between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta since the opening of diplomatic relations in 1965. Malta wishes to express the deepest gratitude for having honored our Prince and Grand Master with the bestowal of the Grand Collar of the Order of Sikatuna on the occasion of his official visit to the Republic of the Philippines. It is with these feelings and in this spirit that the collar of the Order Pro Merito Militensi is now conferred by His Most Eminent Highness, the Prince and Grand Master, upon His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, wishing him every success in his future endeavors.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you, Your Excellency. They will now proceed to the podium to deliver their respective statements. His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President, Republic of the Philippines.
Your Most Eminent Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is fitting that we have as our guest His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Hospitalier Order of St. John of Jerusalem, of Rhodes and of Malta, most humble guardian of the poor of Jesus Christ. A historic milestone in our partnership as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta. The strength of our partnership comes as no surprise. After all, we share many, especially given our common Roman Catholic heritage in particular. We admire your order's commitment to its mission, Tuitio Fidei et Obsequium Pauperum, nurturing, witnessing, and protecting the faith and serving, representing the Lord. Over the years, we have witnessed you carry out this mission in many instances through your charitable works, from the humanitarian relief assistance you extended in the aftermath of the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991 to the 700 new homes you constructed for those who were affected by Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. You have consistently helped us alleviate the suffering of our countrymen at the soonest possible time. Today's ceremonial handover of the symbolic key to these houses further illustrates the Order's generosity towards their fellow men. This complements our own government's plan to build back better, to break the vicious cycle of destruction and reconstruction by emphasizing long-term resilience in our reconstruction and rehabilitation efforts. The news that Malteser International, the relief and humanitarian arm of the Order, plans to establish a regional office in Southeast Asia. Its physical presence in our part of the world will certainly benefit Asian countries by allowing more effective coordination and execution of relief activities and facilitating our increased cooperation in areas of mutual benefit. As a gesture of appreciation for all the support we have received from the Order, we conferred upon His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Order of Malta, the Order of Sikatuna, rank of Ra. This order of diplomatic merit our people can bestow upon the leader of a state, and may it stand as a symbol of our gratitude for the Order's friendship and assistance throughout the last half-century. These positive developments instill in me with confidence that moving forward, our bilateral relations will grow further on the foundations of our shared values, beliefs, and decades of friendship. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. His Most Eminent Highness, Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Order of Malta.
Mr. President, thank you very, very much for your kindness and your welcome, both to me and to those who have come here with me. I've been extremely impressed by what I've seen, and I'm overwhelmed by your generosity, your kindness, and your friendship. And thank you very, very much for all that. It's 50 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Republic of Philippines and now. This takes us back to 1965, and in the late 1970s, my predecessor, Fra Angelo Domayana, made a visit here. What is intriguing, of course, is that relations between the Order of Malta and the Philippines date back much, much further than that. And what is interesting is, long ago as the 16th century, the end of the 16th, beginning of the 17th century, there were at least 2 governors of the Philippines during the Spanish period who were Knights of Malta. So we are not, I think, the Philippines are an eloquent example of how the diplomatic ties have allowed the Order of Malta to intervene in a successful way in the last few years. And of course, we are very conscious of the terrible series of natural disasters which have hit this part of the world. We are proud and delighted to have been at least of some help. Recent activities have included post-emergency support, rehabilitation, and disaster preparedness. And of course, we all recall the violence with which the Haiyan typhoon struck the country in 2013, causing many casualties and terrible destruction. After the disaster, our association here in the Philippines, together with the support of Maltese International, which is our worldwide relief agency, reached the country within 3 days of the disaster. And of course, the 2 organizations, your own association of the Order here and our international agency, worked extremely well together, and I think succeeded in producing a very good result. And if I may say so, the Philippine Association of the Order gives a wonderful example of the efficiency of their cooperation. And there are other countries which certainly. Today, as we saw, we handed over the symbolic key to the doors of 700 newly built houses donated by the order to the population hit by the Haiyan typhoon in Samar and Bantayan Island. And I'm very much looking forward, while I'm here, to seeing some of the work which has been carried out. I hope that the training we have also been able to initiate have provided effective help, and very much to knowing more about the impact of Hagupit, which struck the Philippines last December. I hope, as a result of some of our interventions, that by then the population was better prepared, and I was interested to hear from the President in the last few minutes the plans to further increase the situation of disaster preparedness. The Order of Malta intends to strengthen our collaboration and our relations with the Philippines in the short-term future. We are discussing the possibility of a cooperation agreement and indeed the elaboration of what we have been doing here so far. So I hope very much that my visit and that of my colleagues will be part of an ongoing and developing programme which will further enhance the relations between the Order and indeed your country. And thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Your Highness. That concludes the press statements. May we request everyone to remain seated while President Aquino and His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing take their leave. Thank you.
Kaya nakita po natin ang mga isinastate Pangulong Benigno S. Aquino III at ang ating panauhing pandangal na si Fra Matthew Festing, ang Grand Master at Prinsipe ng Sovereign Order of Malta. Sinabi po ni Fra Matthew Festing na noong pagkatapos ng ilang araw lamang pagkatapos ng Bagyong Yolanda ay nagpunta dito ang Malteser International, ang isang ahensya ng Sovereign Order of Malta para magdala ng medicines, relief goods, tools at seeds para sa mga farmers na naapektuhan ng Bagyong Yolanda. At sinasabi niya na they stand by their commitment to work with the Philippines in solidarity and brotherhood. At sinabi niya na yung mga pabahay para sa mga biktima ng Bagyong Yolanda ay ibinibigay nila dito sa symbolic turnover ng keys para sa 700 bahay para makapamuhay itong mga survivors ng Yolanda typhoon ng matiwasay, mapayapa at ligtas. At ginawaran din si Pangulong Aquino ni Fra Matthew Festing ng Order of ginawaran si Fra Matthew Festing ng Order of Sikatuna rank of Grand Collar, samantalang si Pangulong Aquino naman ay ginawaran ni Fra Matthew Festing ng Order Pro Merito Melitensi Grand Collar. Ito daw ay para i-highlight itong excellent bond of friendship sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at ng Sovereign Order of Malta. Sa kanyang press statement, sinabi naman ni Pangulong Aquino na ang matibay na pagsasama o friendship ng Sovereign Order of Malta at ng Pilipinas ay dahil sa shared values nila, dahil pareho tayong Catholics. At sinabi niya na mula 1991 ay tumutulong na itong Sovereign Order of Malta sa mga nasasalanta dito sa Pilipinas. Noong 1991 po kasi ay nung pumutok ang Mount Pinatubo at nandyan din po yung Malteser International para magbigay tulong. At ngayon nga pong Bagyong Yolanda ay malaki din ang naitulong nitong Sovereign Order of Malta. At pinasalamatan niya si Fra Festing sa lahat ng mga tulong na ibinigay para sa ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Si Fra Festing naman po ay nagpasalamat din kay Pangulong Aquino sa hospitality, generosity at friendship ng mga Pilipino. At yung mainit na pagtanggap po ng ating Pangulo, Matthew Festing. Sinabi niya na ang relasyon sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at ng Order of Malta ay nagsimula noong 16th century. Gobernador Silio dito sa Pilipinas ay naging member na ng Order of Malta noong 16th century pa lamang. Na yung Malteser International ng Order of Malta ay nakarating sa Pilipinas ilang araw lamang matapos maganap ang bagyong Yolanda para magbigay tulong nga dito sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo. At he's looking forward to visiting Basay, Eastern Samar at yung Bantayan Island para makita itong nagawa o naibigay nilang tulong sa mga kababayan nating nangangailangan doon. And sabi po niya, he intends to strengthen relations between the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta. Kung kaya pinag-uusapan na daw nila yung posibilidad na magkaroon ng cooperation agreement. At ngayon po ay papasok na sila dito sa Rizal Hall para dito sa luncheon na ibibigay para sa sa ating panauhing pandangal at yung delegasyon po niya. And kanina po ay nagkaroon ng courtesy call na nagtagal ng siguro halos sa kalahating oras kung saan nag-usap po si Pangulo Aquino at si Fra Matthew Festing at yung mga cabinet secretaries at yung kanilang mga counterparts ng Sovereign Order of Malta. At dyan po sa President's Hall ay gaganapin po itong luncheon formal luncheon po ito para sa ating head of government. Kung inyo pong napansin kanina, nagkaroon ng 19 gun salutes imbis na 21 gun salute dahil ang 21 gun salute po ay ibinibigay para sa mga head of state. Ang visiting head of government naman ay ibinibigay sa mga heads of government. At yan po muna ang ating mga kaganapan dito sa Malacañang. Mamaya po ay magbabalik kami. Balik muna tayo sa studio.
Excellency Giuseppe Pinto, Papal Nuncio and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Secretary Corazon Juliano Suliman, and other members of the Cabinet present, Ambassador Odelia Gregorio Arroyo, Ambassador Mercedes Government, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Sovereign Order of Malta has the distinction of being the oldest order of chivalry, an association defined by a religious, moral, and social code. As an order, however, it was unique in the sense that it began as a hospice founded in 1050 in Jerusalem by Italian merchants dedicated to the care of Christian pilgrims. To this day, it remains true to its beginnings, an order exemplifying valor, charity, and devotion. The Sovereign Order of Malta had a presence in the Philippines even before the Second World War. Prominent members of society began to be received into the order in 1948, and the Philippine Association was officially established in 1957. Diplomatic relations between our states were officially established in 1965. In all that time, the Filipino people have been a witness to the commitment the Sovereign Order of Malta has displayed to its mission, how you have fulfilled your responsibility to serve the poor and nurture the sick. The most recent example of your work in our country is seen in communities affected by Typhoon Haiyan, or Yolanda as it is locally called, for whom you have built new homes for families who survived the calamity. For this and the many years of devoted service in our country, allow me to convey the sincere gratitude of the Filipino people. As an expression of our nation's gratitude, we conferred earlier upon Your Highness the Order of Secretuna with the rank of Raja, or Grand Collar, conferred once before on His Highness Fra Angelo de Mohana de Colonia in 1979. Our Order of Diplomatic Merit is conferred on true friends and partners who have rendered exceptional and meritorious services to the Philippines. As the 50 years of our diplomatic relations have been characterized by Christian brotherhood, so too may we take even greater strides forward, sharing the goal of uplifting the poor and the suffering. On a personal note, the Sovereign Order of Malta has long been part of my family's history. My maternal grandparents, Jose and Demetria Coanco, and my paternal grandmother were members of this noble order. This makes your conferment of your Order of Merit Pro Merito Meritensi all the more meaningful to me. Your Highness, I accept the conferment of this order on behalf of the Filipino people as a symbol of our shared commitment to serve the poor. At this point, I invite everyone to raise their glasses. To the good health, happiness, and success of Your Highness, to the enduring ties between the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta, and to the continued success of the Sovereign Order of Malta. May it remain a strong and faithful witness of our faith, bringing the charity and mercy of our Lord to the lives of millions across the world. In the Philippines, we say, Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire delegation of the Order of Malta, I wish to convey to you our deepest appreciation for the warm welcome which we have received here in Manila. I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to the distinguished authorities and to all the people of the Philippines for having received us here in your country, offering this important opportunity of an encounter which to us represents a notable occasion for further strengthening our friendship and collaboration, which, as you have just said, goes back well before the establishment of full diplomatic relations in 1965. And I was, of course, extremely honored just before lunch to be decorated in the way that you have so kindly done. I find myself accepting these decorations, but they're not from me, they're for what the order has done. Also from inside, I want to express again to you that so many of these things would not happen if it wasn't for all the hard work that you do. The Republic of the Philippines is one of the most promising industrialized nations. And certainly those of us in Europe have watched with a great deal of interest this part of the world, there are countries which have succeeded in weathering the recent economic storms. You have strong-willed citizens, a rich cultural heritage, and, of course, startling natural beauties here, in addition to the pro-democracy agenda being pursued following the remarkable example set by former presidents Corazon Aquino and Benigno Aquino. I'm confident that the noble objective of widespread dialogue and peace will be successfully completed. The Order of Malta greatly admires the boundless courage and strength of the population of the Philippines, which you have demonstrated throughout your history, including in recent times during the devastating natural catastrophes which, as we know, hit this part of the world frequently. You are also driven by your faith and deep human values, which we fully share, and you are examples of solidarity and commitment to your communities. Especially through the National Association here in the Philippines of Generous Knights and Dames, is proud to have been part of the development of the work we've been able to do here. And of course, I recall the immediate response which we were able to carry out following the powerful and devastating Typhoon Haiyan, and on that occasion, the Order of Malta was able to intervene with donations of food, distribution of tents, hygiene kits, sheets, and covers for 2,750 families. It also set up a voucher system on the island of Bohol to support, were also provided with tents and other bits of accommodation. And I shall be very interested during the rest of my visit here to see some of what has been done. Following the initial crisis phase in the villages of the provinces of Samar and Cebu, Malta was able to move forward to a second long-term rehabilitation phase with programs that aspire to the creation of safer and improved towns, efficient community health and safety services, guided by the idea of putting back in a better way what has been destroyed formerly. And indeed, we have got ongoing long-term programs of medicine and food distribution. And again, it'll be interesting to see how that can be developed in the future. I'm confident that positive collaborations of this sort will grow and succeed even further. Authorities of the Republic and ourselves has been finalized and signed, and we'll be interested to see when that can be achieved. So, Mr. President, I express to you once again, and indeed to all the people of your country, our gratitude for your kindness and the warm hospitality and welcome that you've given to us. And I ask everybody here to join me in raising your glasses in a toast to Your Excellency's well-being and indeed the prosperity and harmony and the future of all the people of the Republic of the Philippines. Thank you. There we are. So it's been so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh.
Po sa President's Hall, nakita natin itong formal luncheon sa pagitan ni Pangulong Matthew Festing, ang prinsipe at Grand Master ng Sovereign Order of Malta. Sa kanyang toast, sinabi po ni Pangulong Aquino na itong Sovereign Order of Malta ay unique dahil nag-umpisa po ito bilang isang hospice. At ito po ang pinakamatandang order of chivalry sa mundo. At nung World War II nga po ay tumulong din sila dito sa Pilipinas. Noong 1957 naman ay itinatag itong Association of the Order of Malta dito po sa atin. At sinabi po ni Pangulo Aquino na talaga nagpapasalamat ang mga Pilipino dito sa lahat ng nagawang tulong ng Sovereign Order of Malta dito sa ating bansa. Pati dito sa ginawa Order of Sikatuna, Order of ito pong binigay na medalya sa kanya ng Fra Matthew Festing. At sinabi po ng ating Pangulo na naging miyembro din itong Order of Lolo at Lola, sina Jose at Demetria Cojuangco at si Doña Aurora Aquino. Si Fra Matthew Festing naman ay nagpahiwatig ng kanyang deepest appreciation and sincerest gratitude for the warm welcome na ibinigay sa kanya ni Pangulo Aquino at kanya kundi sa buong Order of Malta. And he's confident that there will be widespread dialogue for peace at makukumpleto daw sana ito. And he is proud to be part of the development here in the Philippines, especially para dito sa mga naging biktima ng mga kalamidad. And naniniwala siya na magkakaroon pa ng long-term relationship, mas mainit na relasyon sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at Order of Malta dahil dito sa mga long-term projects na kanilang isasagawa, kabilang na dito yung distribution ng mga pagkain at medisina. At sana po ay, sabi niya, yung cooperation ay magpapatuloy sa pamamagitan nitong pinag-uusapan na cooperation agreement sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at ng Order of Malta. At bukas po ay tutungo na makipagpulong si Fra Matthew Festing sa ilang mga government officials at sa Huwebes ay tutungo siya sa Basay, sa Eastern Samar at sa Bantayan sa Cebu para inspeksyonin o bisitahin yung mga bahay o 700 bahay na ipamimigay nila of the exaltation of the Holy Cross sa Coroz Tublay. At sa Sabado ay uuwi na siya. At yan po ang kabuuan ng ating live coverage dito sa Malacañang. Sa ngalan po ng lahat ng bumubuo ng Radio TV Malacañang, People's Television Network, IBC, at ng Radyo ng Bayan. Kami po ay napanood nyo via live streaming ng RTVM website at rtvm.gov.ph. Maraming salamat po. Ako po si Veronica Baluit Jimenez ng Media ng Bayan.